You're listening to Pop Leisure, and I'm your host, Lane Caddy. Pop Leisure gives you the lowdown on local happenings, movies, music, art, and entertainment. I'm joined today by a man of many talents. This is Nick Mitchell. Nick Mitchell works with Arnold's, the Water Tower Live, Valley Forge Promotions. He's also a photographer, a film guy. Tell me more, Nick. Tell me about yourself.
Just a multimedia specialist might be the best word to use.
That's
I do a little bit of
fantastic.
everything and then a little bit of a talent on top of it. I've almost unintentionally popped up a lot on screen, had my voice over the past, especially like 3 years, working with Arnold's here and the whole team and family in Oaks. My voice has popped up on a whole bunch of things, including the movie theater. For the people who come extra early to the movies, you're going to hear my voice no matter what. Now people see you and hear you, which you must be starting to get recognized there.
That's true. I feel only slightly odd at the very beginning of a movie at Oak Center. That is me. I'm the lady that tells you how to use your footrest and the massager on the chairs. And I always think to myself, like, oh my goodness, these people must be like looking at me like, here she is sitting in our theater. But honestly, nobody has ever noticed. So that's kind of cool. I am very dressed up in it, though.
I had that experience when I watched Hayride to Hell.
Yeah.
That was one of the movies that we had at Oak Center Cinema by the
that
director
was a
Dan Lance.
Dan Lance movie, yes.
I just thought the concept of the movie was so interesting. A horror movie based on a haunted hayride, which is very Pennsylvania.
Oh, so cool.
And it was all filmed at Pennsylvania farms. But we all looked back as we were watching the movie and we were like, that seems like the cast and crew of the movie. And because they're all local to this area, the entire cast and crew was watching it with us.
You.
And it wasn't even like a red carpet premiere or anything like that. They just happened to all meet up and be like, hey, let's go see it. It's playing at Oak Center.
At the same screening that you happened to buy tickets for.
Yes.
That is bananas, Nick.
The entire cast. And I was just looking back and it was interesting.
That is interesting.
You can see someone on screen. I nonstop on Snapchat and Facebook and every way you can message me. I have everyone in my family whenever they go see a movie over at that theater and outside of my sphere even end up just sending me a Snapchat video of my voice going, hey, time to level up your gaming with a gaming experience. And it's an awesome experience to have.
That is funny. You could count as one of your many skills voice acting at this point because of all the all the voiceovers that you've done for things like that. That's pretty cool.
And really, that's a great experience for me. But one of the big things we're focused in Oaks is just bringing special experiences to the community and bringing those experiences to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, today we really wanted to tell everybody about Arnold's Family Fun Fair, which is coming up in June. It's June 20th to be specific. That's a Saturday. And Arnold's is a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun things to do in Arnold's all the time. But occasionally throughout the year, they put on a production that really gives a lot of added value and a lot of free stuff for families to do. And I think that's the focus for this year in particular. So tell the people what's going on June 20th at Arnold's.
So June 20th is a massive event. Honestly, probably one of the largest events that we've had at Arnold's up to this point. My biggest, the big headline to me and the thing that I am absolutely thrilled beyond belief, because this has never been a thing that's happened before at Arnold's, is we are getting a farm animal petting zoo with turkeys, goats, pigs, calves, sheep, ducks, just all the farm animals out there.
Oh, I'm excited. You're speaking.
Thrills me.
I'm a farm girl. Like people are often surprised, or maybe not so surprised, to know that I'm from the country, from Lancaster. I didn't live on a farm, but definitely lived across the street from a cornfield and just watched the corn grow in the summertime. So I have a lot more experiences than some other people. Like holding a little baby chick is one of the sweetest things in the world. I hope they bring baby chicks with them. The people bringing the petting zoo, I'm hearing that they have ducks, a goose, chickens, rabbits. It's like all kinds. Those are the kinds of animals that you can really have those interpersonal, you can hold them and pet them and enjoy them. Do you think, is it like an enclosure that you walk into?
Yeah, so it's a full-on petting zoo. The families can walk in there. It's all free and feed is included. so you can walk up and actually feed a good chunk of the animals.
Oh, that's so sweet. So they have a reason to come up to you. You're not just like chasing them around like, I want to hold you, and they're running away.
And you're probably thinking too, because I mentioned some like fowl, like some chickens.
Yeah.
You can't really pet a chicken, but the fun of it is you could try.
Well, baby chicks are super friendly. They'll sit in your hand and like snuggle, and they make these little cheep, cheep, cheep noises. It's so stinking cute. So I guess if they're little ones, you could hold them.
Oh, absolutely.
If they're big ones, maybe they'll tolerate it. If they, if they're with a petting zoo, they might be a little more used to people than. It always kind of freaks me out in this day and age when deer are so accustomed to people that they kind of will like stand still as you approach them, and people start to get really confident. Yeah, like too comfortable, because you can get hurt with a wild deer that doesn't know you. But yeah, I think that these farm animals are going to be really cuddly and sweet and fun, and it's a free part of this event. So that is that's going to be most likely outdoors, I imagine. Yeah. And hoping for good weather. I think that there's maybe a plan B if it does rain, but that's outdoors. And there's some other things kind of outdoors to bring the event, because in June we want to spend some time in the sunshine. What else is outside? So
the other thing that we're also going to have outside is the first responders, the Upper Providence Police and fire should be coming, as well as the ambulance that we did have come last year.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to have some first responders come outside of the area and really be able to do a meet and greet. Last year, we actually had one of the canine units that you could come up and pet. We'll see if that happens for this year.
They are coming again. I heard they're coming again.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
They are, that's just more animals to add to this wonderful event.
That's true. We're going to have to keep the canine unit away from the petting zoo. Away from the chickens.
Logistics issue we didn't think about. It's really something special to be able to meet those faces that you see in your community. And it just reminds you, first off, that could be a spark if you're bringing your kids, your young kids, that could make them, it could be that first experience ever meeting a police officer or a fireman that maybe gets them on a career that's set towards that path.
Absolutely.
Possibly opens up that possibility on top of it.
I also think that that's so great for children to have an opportunity to talk to these people, because they're such lovely people, servants of the community. But no matter how you slice it, when you're like 4 or 5 years old, it's scary to talk to a grown-up in a fire hat. The guy is really big. He's got this big coat on, this big hat, and it kind of is intimidating. And if you give children, really young children, the opportunity to shake somebody's hand like that and get to understand that this is a really nice person, then they feel more comfortable if they have an emergency and they meet somebody like that. They feel more comfortable talking to a police officer or fireman, because kids are so intimidated by things like that.
Someone who's 4 times your size, standing right above you.
And a stranger, and in a uniform that looks really serious. So I think that taking kids out to meet at a first responder display like that is almost good for their safety, so that they can feel more comfortable. This is a policeman. This is one of the policemen in our township. They're really friendly and nice. If you ever need anything, this is who you could talk to.
Yeah, and Upper Providence, the police for Upper Providence are very unique, as they really do spend a lot of time to really get in touch with the community and really touch base. And it's great that they can come to it.
Yeah.
My little favorite thing, I'll fully admit, I'll oust myself. I'm a collector of the Upper Providence Police Department trading cards.
Oh, my gosh.
No guarantee that they'll have it.
Oh, I hope they do.
Almost most of the time when you go up to a police officer that's Upper Providence, you politely ask them, hey, can I get your trading card? Which the first reaction they'll have is, yeah, I think I have one, because they'll be shocked if you're a grown adult asking for the trading card. But they usually have a bunch in their car or a bunch with them. It's just one great way they kind of reach out to the community with that. It's got an inspiring quote
oh my gosh, and their picture, like a baseball card?
It's exactly like a baseball card.
So if you didn't know, now you know that Upper Providence Police Department has adorable baseball trading cards for all of the officers. Is that
I'm
so?
Almost certain all the officers. I have about 5 of them.
That is so stinking cool. Yeah. I love it. Shout out to the Upper Prov Police Department. You guys are doing so great. That's awesome. And what a great, these trading cards sound fantastic. I hope I get a few.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they'll bring them? Maybe they'll bring them to
Ask politely.
Arnold's Family Fun Fair. Yes, as long as you ask really politely, you might end up with one. That is great.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I mean, there's so many other things we didn't even begin to mention.
Wow.
One of my favorite things is Jeannie B, who is one of those. I'm going to say she's a very seasoned veteran in the face painting industry. She's like she's been doing it for so long. She's so skilled, so talented.
Amazing.
She's been doing them at all the zoos, like going back to even like Philadelphia Zoo, doing hundreds of kids a day.
Oh, wow.
And she's one of those people that my age, I'm now around, I'm like 24 right now.
Right.
She says people my age go up to her and say, I remember you painted my face when I was a child.
That's so heartwarming.
She's got so much skill, and she's like touched so many people with this face painting talent.
That's
and
so
really
sweet.
just made that memory.
She must be really fast at it too, because I feel like for small children, that's part of the challenge of getting like a cool design on your face, is that a very small kid often can only sit still for a few minutes, right?
I remember
you got the wiggles.
when I was very young, I was always terrified of like getting a haircut.
Right, because you have to sit still.
And getting buzzers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's like an irrational thing that kids are scared of. But it's kind of funny how happy kids are, like, just to sit there and get their face painted, though.
It is
often.
a thrill. So we've got face painting, and that's a free added value. Face painting, farm animal petting zoo, first responder display. And there's these things. Arnold loves to throw a big balloon drop. And that is happening 4 p.m. is kind of the countdown where they drop 1,000 balloons out of the ceiling, and it is as epic as it sounds. There's just so many all at once, a big cheer from the crowd, and it really just thrills people to play like the keep it in the air game or pop as many as you can game. So that's a moment that you don't want to miss, that 4 p.m. moment. But there's kind of something extra special leading up to it this year. We've got our buddy Cuckoo coming. And I don't know if everyone listening is familiar with Cuckoo the Magician, but if you're not, you should be. Nick, do you have plans to do some promos with Cuckoo leading up to this thing?
Absolutely. So Cuckoo, in the past, first off, he is the cartoon magician. You probably don't know this, but he's actually continuing the act of a famous 90s magician known as Sylvester the Jester, who was the first human cartoon. Cuckoo actually often gets that, he's taking his little tricks and stuff like that, when in reality he actually has the blessing of the friends of Sylvester to continue this and kind of build upon that act. So the original was Sylvester the Jester, who came up with a lot of these tricks, and kind of in his memory, Cuckoo is continuing on, really just taking that form of art and expanding it to something like you've never seen.
It is a form of art, right? Like, he is a living cartoon. He never breaks character. It is so spectacular to watch.
His tricks, just in general, like, I don't even know if magic's the right word. He does not like being called a clown. It's not that he doesn't like it, but he more prefers to be called a magician, where I don't even consider him that. He just feels like someone who, like The Mask, like Jim Carrey, like, was ripped directly out of the television and is now in the real world.
That's true. He is like a living cartoon. But, as far as calling him a magician, I would agree. His magic is off the hook. I have seen him do such phenomenal, amazing things that I'm still completely mind blown about how it was happening. And I'm a skeptic and somebody that always kind of like looks into things and thinks like, oh yeah, well, I know that. But he has some very powerful magic up his sleeve. So Cuckoo is performing. It's an hour long, or like 45 minutes to an hour, leading up to this big balloon drop at Arnold's Family Fun Fair on Saturday, June 20th. If you just tuned in, Saturday, June 20th is the date of this really epic party at Arnold's. And you can catch this. All of the things that we've been discussing are just part of the free Family Fun Fair that you can come and check this out, and at no cost to you. So that is a show worth seeing for sure, leading up to the big balloon drop. And shout out to Cuckoo, the cartoon magician. I'm sure if you look him up, you can find a way to get a hold. He does all kinds of events. And if you want to book him, we just think that he's so great. Like, you definitely look up Cuckoo. We should get him on here. We got to interview Cuckoo.
He's actually done a few interviews, Neil. He actually, like, even if you're not watching him, he is such a big fan of the old like Looney Tunes cartoons. He does probably every single one of those voices to a T. I've seen him do Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, all that stuff, and you close your eyes and you're like, I can't believe I'm in the same room as this person.
Well, he has the same kind of mastery over his voice as he does over visual things. Like he makes by himself so many incredible props that do phenomenal things. There was a viral video he did a little while ago where he pulls a ginormous mallet out of a pizza box, and I know that was all just things that he built and prepared himself, and the video was crazy viral, and everybody was asking, like, I want the prop. Where'd you sell me the hammer. Sell me the hammer.
He built it himself in his garage.
Right. And he's like, that is not for sale.
We actually did a video for the New Year's Eve party that he came to, and we needed a clock to spin clockwise, then counterclockwise. He came into my office, he laid down a tarp, which I think is still there. I think he forgot to grab it. And he starts getting solder and glue and wires and wired this clock up like a madman.
That is bananas. So cuckoo, it seems like you left something behind. You can come back and get your tarp. That's nuts. So it's not even like that he necessarily, I'm sure some things he's spending like months and months on, but like what a talent to be able to show up with like a soldering gun and a couple pieces of wire and be like, we're going to make this like right now.
When we actually think about promo, we're not even thinking of like a full concept for a video. It's more vignettes of like, you know, this thing's going to happen, then this thing happens.
Right.
And he has such a talent for doing that on top of his other 30 talents of pulling his tongue out of his mouth and making drawings speak and
so much fun. So much fun. All right, guys. So there's 100 things going on that day. And you can so if you go to arnoldsffc.com, that's where under the events tab, you go to Arnold's calendar and you can see all of the events happening at Arnold's Family Fun Center. And if you click into Arnold's Family Fun Fair on June 20th, you can buy a Fun Fair Play Pass. This pass includes an Arnold's Classic or Junior Go-Kart ride, an experience on the Sky Trails ropes course, a laser tag game, and 1,500 arcade points for just $35 per person. That'll just really add to the fun that you can have at Arnold's Family Fun Fair. There's also an option to pre-order a Feed the Family meal deal. All these things are available, but as we said, all the things that we have discussed so far were free, added value, free fun that you can go and check out at Arnold's on Saturday, June 20th from 1 to 5 p.m. And it's at no cost to you. All of the entertainment, the rides and attractions are available as a purchase if you wish. But there's one thing that we haven't talked about this day, and that is the Water Tower. Water Tower is the live music venue in the bowling center at Arnold. And there is a special music event going on that day. Nick, fill me on the details. What's going on there?
So again, another first. First, we started with the petting zoo. That's a first for once. I'm so thrilled about that. I'm not going to get over that.
Me too.
But going into it, we're doing our first ever sort of all-day music festival starting at around 11 or 12. Some dates are tentative.
Okay.
Put on by the Key Concert Series folks as a tribute to the Yo Show. Jeff Porrini, who actually had a podcast and really was a big deal in the local music scene, really trying to get bands together, help promote bands. So we're going to have, I believe, around 8 to 10 bands come on stage and perform throughout the day just for a suggested donation that goes back into the event and helps out the bands a little bit as well, just to continue on with Jeff's vision.
That's really cool. So there's live music throughout the day on June 20th at the Water Tower and the bowling center there. And it's several different bands, you're saying, and you can enter to see the live music through just a suggested donation to support. Is it to pay the bands?
Yeah, so some of it goes back into the band's promotion, and then the rest of it's going to go back into the fun for the Yo Show with it. As
kind of to keep
that.
it alive and keep it running. Okay, wow.
Yeah, and again, he was such a staple for the local music around here. So it's honestly a real honor that we're able to kind of help out with this event and really have the Water Tower constantly churning. And it's honestly, the same thing with the goal of the water tower is to bring that energy back that was there with local bands. There's plenty of places to go see cover bands, but original fun music is what the water tower is all about. And we're glad to have some of that.
That's really great. I love that it's playing during the daytime too. So if you haven't checked out the water tower for a show and you have seen some things, thought about it, or maybe never heard of it before, it's a good opportunity to kind of just roll on by if you're there with the family for Arnold's Family Fun Fair. You can peek in on the water tower and check out the scene for live music there. It might inspire you to come on back out some of the weekends. Almost every Saturday night there's live music in there, sometimes Fridays too. So I think it's a really good opportunity, since it's going all day and you might be there anyway with your family, to kind of just peek in and check it out. And check out the whole schedule at watertowerlive.com. There is a full schedule. You can check out what's coming up and find something that would be fun to go check out.
Absolutely. It's going to be such a great day.
It is going to be a great day. That, again, is Saturday, June 20th, everybody. Saturday, June 20th, mark your calendar. It's going to be a lot of fun in Oaks all day long at Arnold's and Water Tower Live. Lots of entertainment for you. And Nick, always a pleasure to talk to you. I'm really glad that you could share all this with us today. And I hope we'll see you here again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thanks. Bye. You're listening to Pop Leisure, and I'm your host, Lane Caddy. Pop Leisure gives you the lowdown on local happenings, movies, music, arts, and entertainment. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods at Pop Leisure Show on Instagram, or email popleisureshow@gmail.com. Join us on FM 98.5 The Phoenix, Thursdays at 8 a.m. and Fridays at 6 p.m. Today, I have my favorite guest on the podcast. This is my own daughter, Gwen. Hi, Gwenny. How you doing today?
Good. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing so great. It is sunshiny. It's springtime. I personally do a whole lot better at all of life when I get to be out in the sunshine more.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. We go on a lot of long walks, don't we?
Yep.
And yeah, I love to walk. I love to run. Sometimes I tell everybody that we're going to go for a walk, and then I turn it into a run in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mandatory. Mandatory.
That's right. It's mandatory. It's true. Long time ago, I used to ask my family, my kids, if they would like to go for a walk with me, and the answer was frequently no, thank you. And then I realized that I didn't actually mean to ask, and so I turned it into a thing called
Mandatory family walk.
That's right. It's mandatory family walk.
Now I began to want to do these.
Oh, that makes me feel so good. That's great. So at first it seemed like, no, thank you. And then
Scooter defied it. We did use a scooter.
That's true. We added scooters. So I was walking, but the kids had an option to be on a scooter, and that made it a little better. Was it more appealing?
Yes. Vroom.
Right, because we know that Gwen has a need for speed,
Yes.
so she loves to go really fast. So
Yep.
when she got on a scooter, she was really enjoying the walk better. And now, last night, we were on a walk together, and we ran 3/4 of it, didn't
Yep.
we?
We did.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and because you like also love to move and love to get out and fresh air and sunshine. We're so grateful for that.
Amazing for that.
Yeah. It's been a long, cold winter. This winter, it snowed a lot.
Yeah.
It was icy, and it was cold through most of April, like very cold through
Yeah.
most
Now
of
I'm
April.
worried. Now my best part of my day during school, like recess, to just walk around.
Right? You
Me and
just
my
love
friends
to
would
get
talk.
some sunshine and walk around with your friends. Yeah. I wish we had recess at work.
Walk around the building.
You know what? It is a big building, and here I am at Arnold's Entertainment Center. This is where my office is located, and I should be taking recess. I should have a mandatory pinball at lunchtime.
Mandatory pinball.
That would be good, right? Yeah. I got to sharpen my pinball skills.
Yep.
Yep.
You do like pinball.
I do like pinball. It's like it takes me back. I have a lot of memories of pinball
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
That was like a bunch of these sports that are at Arnold's. like we have like basketball.
True. There's
Yeah.
a lot of basketball shooters, and I like the basketball Connect Four. Have you ever played that one?
Yeah, I'm not really good at playing hoops, so like I don't really like doing it because I never get into it.
Well, that is a little frustrating. If it's yeah. Also, you'll be getting taller as the years go on.
Yep.
It's probably harder if you're not like fully grown. That's I can imagine that's a challenge.
Yep.
One of my favorites is the piano keys game.
Oh yeah, that will be fun.
I love the piano keys game.
Ding 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 ding.
That's right. You have to match the melody that it's playing on the keys. And
lots
little
of
known fact, guys, if you love the redemption tickets at Arnold's to go get a cool prize, if you are really speedy at piano keys,
You can get like a bunch of tickets.
yes.
One time our cousins came and they keep on playing piano key and they got a bunch of tickets.
Right, you heard it here from the experts. Gwen is an expert, so am I. If you are looking for a high ticket payout, it's one of these that if you get speedy at it, you can really clean up for tickets.
Yep.
And it's not one of the games where it's like you either won a bunch or none at all. It's like
Yeah.
depending on how quick and how well you matched the melody, you get major ticket payout on piano keys.
I like piano key and I think it's another
Skee ball is another
Skee
one
ball,
I do
yeah.
pretty good on, but that is definitely either it's a skill based thing. Like
Yep.
if you have to practice at skee ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you have
I
to
mean,
practice.
one time I was able to get into like one of the really high things. It was really cool.
Oh, one of the ones up in the corner or in the middle, in
I'm
the very
pretty
middle.
sure once I did do in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean once corners.
The middle one is pretty good, but those corner ones, I think you
Yeah.
get like 10,000 or something for
Yeah,
that.
well I
10,000 points.
got 10,000 then.
Oh, that's so cool. That's great. Well, I love stuff like that. I love to play games. Mostly, I think the skill-based ones are more fun than the chance-based ones.
Yeah,
Like the ones
chance.
that it's just like the crane or something. Like I
Yeah,
like to
or
actually
like-
play more of the game.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
game about.
that's my favorite. And the SpongeBob, the only VR in the Arnold's arcade right now is SpongeBob VR for virtual
Oh,
reality,
yes.
and
I
it's like
really like that
it's like a
one.
coaster. It's really good for all ages.
Somehow they get so they know where your hands is,
Yes,
even though like you have nothing on it.
that is
Hand.
totally mind-boggling, right? You wear the whole VR headset, and then you actually are getting points by reaching out and touching things that aren't there, right? Or they are in your VR space, but they're not there in real life.
Yep.
I don't know how that game knows where your hands are. That's crazy, isn't it?
They probably maybe have the way that you're headed, like when like you do this or that, it's like kind of see where you maybe I don't know.
We don't know. Math. It's, you know what? You're right. I bet it all comes down to math. But you'll probably get some mathematician on here to try to explain that to us. But in the meantime, we're just going to play and have lots of fun.
Yeah.
The other place that we have lots of fun that we were just talking about is the American Treasure Tour Museum. And it's such a cool space for so many people. I had a birthday party there a little while ago,
Yeah,
and it was
really
so
fun.
fun.
Tegan and Milo said it was really fun. They really want to go there again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my two best friends
Oh,
really loved
that's
it.
so cool. Gwen's two best friends loved it so much. They came to my birthday party. It was a really fun party. And my favorite thing about it was that when you have a party where you have people from all different aspects of your life, you have your family there, you've got your friends there, and people that don't know each other, going through the museum tour together, it's like a 45-minute guided audio tram ride through the tour. You have this shared experience. So when you come back and sit down next to each other, if you're sitting next to somebody you don't really know, you still have something to talk about because you just did this thing together that was really cool. And I think that my favorite item, my favorite thing at the American Treasure Tour Museum, this is going to sound crazy, but it might be the collection of telephones. I know that's silly, but I love the phones.
I really like the little that I know at dollhouses. Sometimes imagine what it would be like to be inside of them.
Yes.
I think about flying in it.
That would be so cool to be like 1 inch tall and live inside of the giant palace dollhouse there.
Yes.
Right? Because it's built, I would say that's about the scale. Like the people that live inside that house are maybe like 1 or 2 inches tall. And it's so beautifully built. It's like a mansion. It's even bigger than a mansion. It's like if you lived in a hotel and you had all the space all to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But the telephones, I don't know. There's something that brings me back to being when I was your age, Gwen. When I was Gwen's 10 for everybody that doesn't know. Gwen's 10 years old. She's in 4th grade. When I was 10, I had in my own room, this was a privilege. In my own room, they ran a telephone jack. That's like the outlets on the wall. You used to have a jack on the wall that had a wire you plugged in that came to the wire connected the base of your phone to the wall. And then your phone was also connected by another cord to this base. So the wall to the phone base, and you would, when you picked up the phone off of the base, you would get what's called a dial tone. This is so funny. I'm describing this to Gwen at 10, and it's like a foreign language. So you pick it up and it would go boo. That's the dial tone, and then you would start pressing the numbers to dial your friend's phone number.
I'm pretty sure at school learning about like technology and what it was like before then. I'm pretty sure I think I have some memory of that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. We learn about technology.
Okay, yes.
And we learn about like the foot of a phone where like when you call it up, you have the person you ask for somebody like the police or something. They'll plug it in and they will get to them.
That's called a switchboard.
Yeah, switchboard.
You're absolutely right. And there is a switchboard at the American Treasure Tour Museum. And so I'll tell you, I'm not quite as old as the switchboard. That predates me a little bit, where initially you did have that cord on your phone, but you would call in to an operator who was often a lady who would sit at the switchboard and move the actual cord from one place to another to connect you to the place that you wanted to call. So that meant that like everything was actually connected by these lines. And then by the time I was a kid, there was no switchboard, but you would get a dial tone when you picked the phone up off of the hook. We called it, to pick it off the hook. And you would hear this dial tone that sounded like boop. And then you started dialing the phone number, and you could hear that too. It'd be like doop, 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 doop. And so you call your friend. And because we're down this rabbit hole, guys, this is such a rabbit hole. We were talking about the treasure tour, and now we're onto the experience of phones in the late 80s, early 90s. But truly, the thing I like to reminisce about is that you would call your friend and their parents would answer, right? Like you're 10, so you're calling someone's household phone, and somebody answers the phone. It's an adult, and you say, "Oh, hi, Mr. Smith. Is Kelly there?" And Mr. Smith talks to you for a minute, says, "Yeah, I'll try to find her." And then he goes to find Kelly because you couldn't take the phone with you. It was connected to the wall.
Yeah.
So he's got to put it down and go look for Kelly. And then Kelly was my best friend when I was 10. And so he comes back and said, "Oh, I found her." And then Kelly's on the phone with you. And it was a different time. And the collection of 1,000 telephones, which I think it's 1,000 or more. I'm pretty sure they counted. It's more than 1,000 telephones at the American Treasure Tour Museum, is displayed in such a fabulous, whimsical way. And some of them are the ones that are like a wooden box on the wall with the rotary dial, and there's like almost like a horn looking thing that you hold up to your ear.
Yeah. That's what we were learning about, that kind of thing. Like the horn put up to the ear.
The horn that you put up to your ear and you speak into the box on the wall, that was of the time of like the switchboard operator.
That was the story that we were learning.
Oh, that's so cool. But then, fast forward, I don't know how many years. I should get my friend Gary on here. He would tell you all about exactly how many years. But in many years later, you're fast forward to just a really cool looking phone base that you pick up and chat. And the one in my bedroom, Gwen, it was the shape of a painter's palette. And all of the numbers was a different color, and they looked like paint on the palette. And so you would dial the numbers, and they were all different splatters of paint. And the phone itself was white, and you pick it up, but it was still actually corded to the wall. And the ones at the Treasure Tour Museum, they have like Bert and Ernie telephones. They have Garfield telephones, Snoopy.
If you want to see all the cool telephone, go to the Treasure Museum.
That's true. You've got to go and see it for yourself.
Yep.
But like as phones developed, it went from, you know, this kind of utilitarian thing to these really imaginative, whimsical characters that were the phone. Like you'd like pick up like Kermit the Frog. You'd like pick a phone out of his back and talk onto it, and he would like stand there and hold it for you. It was a strange time.
Yeah. Well, we did. There is some like. I'm trying not to go into a whole nother subject.
Go for it. Jump right in.
But like there are, I really intrigued by the self-playing pianos. Like by like when you go to the end of the train ride, they're like you can hear the music and it's from self-playing telephones. I mean not.
The telephone pianos, self-playing pianos.
Sorry, I got into the telephone thing.
I know, right? We're getting mixed up.
Yes.
The self-playing pianos are such a pleasure to watch because it feels like there's a ghost playing them.
Yeah.
Right? It's like weird. Because it's not just that the music plays, but that the keys actually go down on the keyboard.
Ding, ding.
And some of them even have other instruments inside. Yeah. They open up the doors and you can see what are the instruments that are inside some of these other ones.
I think I saw it like a
There's definitely one with a banjo in it.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
I'm pretty sure that one was in like the part where you walk around, and then the like other one where you go on. The two parts of this place. Number one, your train ride. Number two, look around for yourself.
Exactly. Most of the self-playing music machines, I'm calling them that. There's a lot of different names for them. Nickelodeon is a popular name for this. Nickelodeon means something kind of specific, and it comes from the fact that this technology was so long ago that in order to make them play, you would insert a nickel into the machine. So it was called a Nickelodeon. Get it? Because it cost 5 cents to play a song.
Like it.
Yeah, they would have them in like general stores and like little shops. And it would be kind of part of the entertainment. And now this predates having even record players in your home. Like there was no real music to entertain you while you just like lived your life. Like right now, we live with like a total like endless background track.
Though sometimes I put on Zoe's song on my little sister's songs.
Yeah, Zoe's little sister. She's 18 months old for our listeners that don't know Zoe. She's extra adorable and super tiny.
Yeah. And mom and mommy. Try not to say that. I can't see your name.
Oh, of course, you call me Mom. Go for it. Jump in.
Mom, made a toddler tune thing, and I like to sing along with a bunch of them.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I made a playlist called Toddler Tunes so that all of the songs are songs that Zoe kind of recognizes, that she gets excited.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of Disney songs, so we know the words, and Gwen and I sing along.
Yeah.
Right? But the point is,
so
like you could pick your top 10 favorite songs and listen to them on repeat all day long in today's life, right?
Yeah.
It's just part of what we're able to do all the time. But what's so fascinating about these machines is that they did come from a time when there was no like music just for fun. You couldn't even do that.
There was a time where you didn't even have a phone.
It really
time period.
Yeah, it was a different. Well, and you know what? It must have really motivated people to learn to play a musical instrument, right? Like if the background of my life was just total silence,
like a guitar,
I might be more interested in like picking up a guitar and learning how to play it, like Gwen does. Gwen plays the guitar very beautifully, by the way.
Yes.
Hey, you'll have to come in sometime and play the guitar for the show. Would you do that? Think about it. Think about it. It's all right. You don't have to commit. No pressure, Gwen. It's totally no pressure. You don't need to commit, but it would be fun, right?
Yeah.
I think it would be fun.
if I know the ball chords, maybe.
All right, so she's learning bar chords right now.
Yeah.
Wait, all right, we'll get there. Don't worry. The point is that because I am very terrible at playing musical instruments, I've tried a few of them. I played the viola, I played the guitar, and
I did try to teach you the violin once.
and you tried to teach me. I am kind of hopeless, and so
You're
thank
bad
goodness.
singing.
Oh, that's sweet, honey. Oh, thank you. That's sweet. But not having any kind of just entertainment music around, I would have really, really appreciated these automated music machines that play for me. And I can imagine just going to the dollar store or the general store because I couldn't wait to go see the Nickelodeon and put a nickel in and listen to a song. Like, what a different time.
Like those things that we normally see at special museums used to be once been the only way to get to something like that.
Yeah.
So those things that are currently in museums used to be all around.
It used to be all around, and that is kind of one of the missions of the American Treasure Tour Museum is to connect people with the things that were prevalent before the era of the digital age that made everything so at our fingertips, so readily available. So we still get to connect with those things, and it's a really fun ride. Yeah.
I really like when you go there, there's a painter in one of them. Like when you go through the animatronic,
Yes,
things,
yeah.
you
The
can-
animatronics is what you're talking about.
Yeah. There is like one at the end with a pink thing.
This is a little guy that's got a paintbrush and he's moving it up and down. That is really cool.
Bling, bling.
There's a lot of cool animatronics. The most popular one lately is our Chuck E. Cheese. Have you
That thing scared me. It started playing.
Okay, totally fair point, Gwen. He is a little startling. Yes. Yeah. But you know why? The reason that he's so popular is because, again, people my age find it very nostalgic because when we were little, Chuck E. Cheese was like all the rage. Everybody had their birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and you would go and see that very same guy on stage singing his song when you were eating your pizza at your birthday party. So Chuck E. Cheese holds a special place in our hearts for those of us that were born in the 80s. For Gwen and other children, you might find it slightly alarming, but
Yes.
but also
Slightly.
pretty cool. Pretty cool. The animatronics are pretty exciting.
Yep.
There are loads of them from spanning from the early 1800s up until the 1980s. So it's a lot to take in at once.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you can get tickets at AmericanTreasureTour.com. And we recommend that you get the tickets ahead of time because it does sometimes sell out. It's so popular.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, we hardly ever go to any other places for like birthday parties because we can obviously go to Arnold.
Right? Now we're going to Arnold's for all our birthday parties because we've got go-karts and laser tag and bowling and axe throwing is one of the newest things at Arnold's. I don't think that you're old enough to go axe throwing yet, Gwen. No.
I'm 10. You're supposed to be like a teenager.
Yeah, I think you can go 12 with a guardian. If you're 12 years old, you can go with a guardian. You have to be 16 or 18 to go solo. But it is a really fun unit because it has a projection on the back of the scoreboard so that it's not just throwing axes into wood. They actually do different game modes. So you can play like Connect 4 with the axe throwing, or you can play darts with the axe throwing. It's a lot of fun. But you've got a few years to wait for that one. Yep. If we're going if we do your birthday party this year at Arnold's, what's the one thing that you really want to do?
Hard. There's a lot of fun stuff. Probably like something that can go for like the whole entire team. Cause there's a lot of like fun stuff you can do. There's some fun stuff that you can do solo, and then also some like Mario Kart, one of those things that you can do with a friend.
Right.
Or the motorcycle.
Yeah, the snow cross motorcycles is for 4 people.
Yeah.
But the whole party could go play laser tag together.
Yeah.
So that's a fun thing to do for the whole party. And then if you have a smaller party, I love the XD Motion Theater ride. That's one of my all-time favorites.
It's really fun.
Yeah, that seats up to 8 people at once. So you might have to go in 2 batches if you have a bigger party.
You can also go to the movie theater. And you do have the seats that can go with the movie.
That is true. Did you know that the same company made the motion actuators in the XD Motion Theater ride at Arnold's? The same company makes those motors that move the seats around as the ones in the new D-Box motion seating. You knew that?
Yeah.
I think that's so fascinating. I'm like amazed. It's called D-Box is the company that makes them.
D-Box seating really cool. I mean, there's a like more comfy seating, and there's like fun like go around with it.
Yeah.
I really like the like go around with it. Just like not very much go with this really intense movie. That time I did that, I was so scared because like we watched Hail Mary. And the guy clicked on the screen, and I did jumps because the seat jumped with me. He sees it jumps.
That's true. The D-Box immersive motion seating definitely increases the level of startle. Like if you feel like you get jump scared really easily, I wouldn't want to see a scary movie in the D-Box seating because I would jump like 6 feet in the air. I would be so upset because I do get scared really easily.
I don't think I think I did watch a like scary movie, but I won't really watch that many. I'm not into it.
Me too.
No.
Not really into it. But we did watch Project Hail Mary in the D-Box motion seating, and it was a trip. Like it definitely is a new way to feel like you're part of the action. It's very effective. Yep. Very effective. Awesome, Gwen. Hey, it's so much fun to chat with you. I'm so glad. Thank you for joining me today. I hope we get to do this again soon. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll bring your guitar next time. What do you think? She's nervous, guys. I'm sorry, Gwen. I'm sorry. You don't have to bring your guitar. You could just come and chat with me.
I did go in front of a bunch of people at my one talent show.
You did? See? You could do it. You did it live. It's easier here. We're recording, so it's not even live in front of people. Don't worry, guys. I'll convince her to bring her guitar.
Hey, why? You what?
We'll talk to you soon, Gwen. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys. You're listening to Pop Leisure, and I'm your host, Lane Caddy. Pop Leisure gives you the lowdown on local happenings, movies, music, art, and entertainment. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods at Pop Leisure Show on Instagram or email popleisureshow@gmail.com. Join us on FM 98.5 The Phoenix, Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays at 9 p.m. Welcome, everybody. I am here today with my honored guest, James Dilks from Reliance Federal Credit Union. Welcome, James. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming. James, what is your title over there at Reliance Federal Credit Union?
Yeah, so at Reliance Federal Credit Union, I am the Director of Business Development. So I oversee a lot of their partnerships, growth programs, and rewards program.
Excellent. I love meeting with you because we get to so much like fun stuff. We plan lots of fun stuff, and I wouldn't have thought, to be honest with you, that from banking would come so much fun stuff. But it really does. And I think it has a lot to do with you and your creativity, James.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I really mean
much.
it. You're really creative. And I don't know if it was your idea or someone at your branch, but the financial literacy site that you guys put together for arnoldsffc.com is such a thrill. And guys, I'm not kidding when I say that my kids in the summertime are obviously, like everyone's kids, kind of just like loafing around on the couch and with their iPads, and everybody's on a screen. And you kind of think to yourself, can't we do better, right? Like I want to do better for them, that they're more engaged and at least doing something useful on these screens. And so I've got them started on the financial literacy site with Reliance, and it is so exciting because it really gamifies the experience of learning about how to save money, how to manage money. They're having so much fun with it, and I feel like a hero of a mother. So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me about where did this begin? How did this start?
Yeah, so Reliance Federal Credit Union's always had like a student program, but before it was really just like colored books. We pay students for rewards, but there was no sort of interactive digital user face. And I think in today's world, especially, that's very important to get the students engaged, especially younger children. So that was something very important to us. We looked at a few different options, and then something that kind of occurred to us was to partner with local businesses like Arnold's Family Fun Center and create a co-branded financial literacy website where students could be engaged, play simulations, play games that almost seem more gamified than learning. But of course, they all have that financial literacy aspect, whether that's starting your own business or saving with a piggy bank, a virtual piggy bank, and that sort of thing.
And what a great place for kids to start. And because it's so gamified, I think that Arnold's is the perfect partner for this. It really fits. I know that you've partnered with some schools and other organizations too, but it really feels like so much fun that we're thrilled to be part of it. And just congrats on a really great program. How young can children be to use this effectively, you think?
Yeah, so the program is officially stated from first grade to college students. So there's different tiers for every sort of age group. Obviously, the younger children, it's much more gamified. It's about saving with a virtual piggy bank, starting a lemonade stand, whereas the college students will have aspects with student loans, and so the simulations kind of revolve around student loans, retirement, early house planning, that sort of thing.
Oh gosh, I could have used some of this knowledge. I was deep in student loan debt, like many of my friends. We just like fell for it. We fell right into a deep student loan hole, and to be a little more aware of what you're getting into up front would be incredible. And I think this tool is great for that. But I also just adore that basically any child that's old enough to read can get into this and start having fun. Like you said, opening a lemonade stand and seeing how that business works at a very young age. So budding entrepreneurs in your family, people who are planning for college or housing, or just even planning for to buy a car at some point, this is a really excellent program for them. You can access it by going to arnoldsffc.com and navigate to the family learning site. The family learning site is under the More button. So at arnoldsffc.com, click the More menu and scroll down to the Family Learning Center, and then you'll click Get Started. You have to set up credentials, but it's just credentials to play the game. It's not membership into some greater thing. And I promise you, we do not sell your information. You're not going to get spammy whatever's from it. It's just credentials to play the game, and it's a really great place for your young children and middle teen children to learn about their future and how to save for it, which is something I'm really passionate about. I know James is too. And speaking of which, if they are saving, Reliance has an incredible program for student accounts. Tell me about the student accounts, Jim.
Yeah, so one last thing about the financial literacy website is we'll actually reward children for every simulation they complete, and that's whether they're a Reliance FCU member or whether they're not a Reliance FCU member. If they do open a student account with Reliance FCU, they'll earn additional rewards for completing that simulation, plus they get $25 for signing up. And one of my favorite part of the programs is students from first grade to college. They can submit their report cards every quarter, trimester, semester, and we'll pay them $2 to $4 for every A and B they earn on that report card. Doesn't matter the school, as long as it's like a core curriculum class.
That is so fantastic. Okay, so this is two separate things. There's the financial literacy site, lots of fun. You can get rewards for just playing and completing the programs on the financial literacy site. What kind of rewards are available?
Yeah, so for some of the more basic simulations, it's like a $5 voucher, ranging up to like a free t-shirt, some free sunglasses, a piggy bank, some saver plan materials. So a lot of cool, really fun stuff. Totally free. You can pick it up anytime at the Reliance FCU branch in King of Prussia. And then we have some partnered awards with Arnold's Family Fun Center as well.
That's so great. Yeah, you can get play points at Arnold's for completing the financial literacy program. Oh my goodness. All right, so if you didn't have that, I'm planning out the arts and crafts for the summer, the pool time, like get outside, get some sunshine. There's a lot of things that we want to plan. We also want to plan something that feels productive, like we're nurturing the kids. So this is so nurturing for the kids. I'm really excited about it. And you do get rewards just for playing. I say playing, it's for learning, but it feels like playing a game. So I keep saying like just for playing, but that is kind of the gist of it. And then in addition, kids who open up a student account at Reliance FCU get a $25 sign-up bonus just for free. Is there a minimum deposit involved?
Nope, not for student accounts. So we waive the initial deposit. There's no sign-up fee, and there's also no monthly fees. So with our student accounts in particular, you can open it up, get $25 deposited, earn extra rewards, and you'll pay no monthly fees or upfront fees or anything of that sort.
This is fantastic. There is no losing on this deal. So $25 just to open the account, period. And then in addition, they told me that you can go back to last semester and bring your report card. How do you submit your report card?
Yeah, so you can send it to the financial literacy email we have, or you can email it to info@reliancefcu.com. Although we do encourage students and their families to come into the King of Prussia branch, because a lot of times we give away extra stuff to students bringing in their report cards.
That's so fun, just because you want to get to know them. And and they have prizes there. Jim's always got the swag. Every time I see him, he's got like sunglasses and T-shirts, and they've got the swag over there. So check it out. Stop in the King of Prussia branch, and you can sign up right away. You can bring your report card when you sign up. You get that $25 bonus, and it's a really great program. We've talked at length about Reliance FCU and just what a great institution it is, and I know they have excellent loans on, or excellent rates rather, on auto loans in particular, but also other loans. And Jim, you were telling me about how it's not a really competitive scene, and you're really looking to help people find a better rate if you have one to offer. And I thought that was super helpful and exciting to hear about. Tell me more about what are some of the best products that you have?
Yeah, so Reliance Federal Credit Union, we are a full-service credit union. And for those that don't know the difference between banks and credit unions, we're not for profit. So our goal is to help people, not to make as much profit as possible as a bank would. So that kind of flows into our everyday operations. For example, the financial literacy website, which is pretty cool about all of these programs, is that we do dedicate a portion of our profits into it. So when you bank at Reliance, you can, whether you get a loan or a CD, that's contributing to local financial education, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, we're very in terms of helping our members. We're not always pushing rates. We're not pushing loans. Our main priority is to help the community, help our members the best we can. And compared to a bank, a lot of members say that it feels a little less competitive when you walk in the branch and you look for a product.
That's really cool. Now, a credit union, correct me if I'm wrong, it is kind of an exclusive situation. You have to meet some kind of criteria to become a member of a credit union. And what are the criteria for Reliance?
Yeah, so we're geographic and also seg-based, which is select employer groups. So anyone in the greater Philadelphia, especially like King of Prussia, Norristown, East Norriton, Conshohocken, and certain parts of Philadelphia can join. And that's if you live, work, or worship or study in those counties. But also in addition, because of our partnership with Arnold's Family Fun Center, we're partnered with a couple local businesses. So if you are a customer at Arnold's Family Fun Center, if you're a customer at Oak Cinema, if you can prove it with some sort of receipt that automatically makes you eligible, it doesn't matter where you live in the United States, doesn't matter where you study or work in the United States. If you've been a customer in the past, you're automatically eligible for Reliance FCU membership.
That's so cool. So for those of you listening online, if you have visited the area and you're far, far away and you have a receipt from Arnold's or Oak Center Cinema, then you too can get the benefits of Reliance FCU, even at a distance. Obviously, banking is so much online these days that you don't need to live around the corner from the branch. But the other qualification is sort of a geographic radius. And how big is it? Is it 20, 30 miles, or is it?
Yeah, it really just depends. But yeah, especially like Montgomery County, Philadelphia, and again like Phoenixville, Chester County.
That's our listener radius. If you're listening on FM airways, that's our listener radius. We're out here, Phoenixville, Norristown, Royersford, Spring City, this whole So if you're hearing me on FM radio, you too can join Reliance Federal Credit Union. And you don't even have to be a member of Reliance in order to check out this really cool tool for your kids, the Arnold's Family Learning Center at arnoldsffc.com. Under Family Learning Center, you can check out the new financial literacy site. And it's hours of fun, but also you're gaining so much out of the fun that you're having. So I think that is such a joy, such a thrill, such a joy. And I was also talking to Jim about coming to Arnold's Family Fun Fair, which is coming up here on Saturday, June 20th. Don't miss it. It's going to be such an exceptional party. If you're looking to celebrate summer, right? We are in it now. It is on. It is on. If you're still in school at this point, I'm sorry, because we're trying to have a full-on summertime. And Arnold's Family Fun Fair is Saturday, June 20th, and Reliance FCU is going to be here with some of that swag, some of those sunglasses and fun things. And you can meet Jim, and he's such a great guy. He'll really do his absolute utmost to help you in any way he can. If there's anything that you have questions about, he's also a certified financial counselor, I'm hearing, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a new program we're launching. So we believe financial counseling and financial literacy isn't just for younger people. So anyone, regardless of age, can come to Reliance Federal Credit Union and get a financial counseling complimentary session. We'll actually pull all of your loan accounts, and if we can refinance cheaper, we'll do that right there and then, and potentially save you hundreds per month in interest.
Amazing. You guys have so much to offer, and we're really grateful for it. We're also grateful for the scholarships that you all provided for Arnold's Camp Awesome. Reliance supplied scholarships for 9 different kids to come to Arnold's Camp Awesome completely free of charge. They footed the bill for 9 different kids in the community, and it was just such an act of generosity and philanthropy, and we're just really touched. So thank you so much for that, James.
Yeah, that was our pleasure. We're so happy we're able to help out with that.
Yeah, it's going to be a real joy to meet the kids soon. It's like a few weeks away. We're going to meet the kids, and just the joy on their faces. That's all you need, right? You just get such a thrill seeing a happy kid having a good summer. It's great. It's great. All right, guys, you've heard it here. You can sign up at RelianceFCU.com to become a member of Reliance Federal Credit Union, and also check out the financial literacy site through Arnold'sFFC.com. Did I miss anything, Jim? Where can they find Reliance on Instagram?
Yeah, so you can find us at Reliance FCU, and our full name on Instagram is just Reliance Federal Credit Union.
Okay.
We post our promotions there. We post events that we plan there, as well as all sorts of information on the financial literacy and financial counseling program.
Yeah. Keep in touch on Instagram. It's such a handy way to just kind of see what's up, just glance at it here and there. And, well, it's just a pleasure talking to you, Jim.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was great.
Thank you.